Hello guys and welcome. It is I, Arsenalrobert, your host, bringing you a brand new game which I've been very much looking forward to. If we close our eyes and imagine hard enough, we can say it's Command & Conquer Generals 2. But the game is called Act of Aggression, a spiritual successor to Act of War, I think the game was called. A game which came out in 2005 by Eugen Systems, the same guys that make this game. And of course the war game games, which are a heck of a lot of fun. So they've decided to create a base building game, real-time strategy, and we are going to go give this a shot. There'll definitely be a lot more episodes of this because this has quite the campaign to it. Very much looking forward to playing through this campaign, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now there's a couple of different factions. There's the Chimera, which I think are like a Mexican cartel company, or maybe that's the cartel, I guess that would make sense. And then there's also the USA. I don't think there's a campaign for him just yet, but we'll have to wait and see if we unlock it or whatever. But let's go start off with the very first campaign, Operation Eclipse. Now with this campaign there's a couple, no, I don't want to start where we left off. I want to go ahead and we'll select that, there we go. And now we'll start off the campaign all from the start. I did play around a little bit just so I know what's happening. Let's go start off with the first chapter, The Hunt for Yao. The game does look very, very nice as well. We'll be playing this on max settings and all.
The U.S. ultimatum comes to an end tonight, yet separatist leader Raul Escobedo still shows no sign of compliance with it. The Mexican army, under-equipped and already trounced once by the separatists, is in no shape to bring the secession of the República de Nueva California to an end. All indications are that it will be up to the U.S. task force gathered on the border to put an end to what Washington refers to as a rogue state in northern Mexico. U.S. forces under the command of General James Whittle, the hero of Isfahan, are building up in the anticipation of an attack order.
U.S. troops are entering the RNC as we speak. We're running out of time.
One of our Corax drones just spotted the target evacuating Mexicali in a convoy.
Zhang Yao's trying to blend into the stream of refugees fleeing the city.
It's been 6 years since the UN delivered an international warrant, and it's the first time we've really had a chance to catch her. This operation can't be officially sanctioned by the Security Council, Colonel. Therefore...
I know the drill. No personal effects or identity papers. The UN can't be linked to this intervention.
You've got the green light.
Definitely bringing high politics into the scheme of things.
Permission to engage any hostile resisting arrest.
But I'm very much looking forward to this because of course it does have some very, I guess, realistic scenarios. Hopefully it'll be just as prophetic as Command & Conquer was with Nod and the terrorist groups and everything. That's pretty much Nod. You can pretty much compare to the Islamic terrorist groups that are around these days. Let's go ahead and just clear out all these guys, which is what we need to do. And let's have a look at this ad. Meet Rick. First meeting site, don't stay alone. Alright, we also have a bonus objective of keeping our soldiers alive. So let's go give that a shot as well. See if we're able to do so. Game definitely does look a lot like a war game. I think that's to be expected though by the creators. Here we go, we've got some more enemy contact.
Suspect located. Zhang Yao, about 500 meters north of your position.
Alright. Let's go try to find this Zhang Yao guy. Now at the moment all we've got are lots of these riflemen. Nothing too special at the moment. Hopefully we can get into some base building very shortly though. Oh, hello. There's guys hiding back around here as well. Let's go try to clear them out. And then there's a couple of guys with rocket launchers. I don't want to... Oh no, we ended up losing one guy. Damn it. I just didn't want to bunch up all my guys because the rocket launchers cause a bit of splash damage.
Yao is being exfiltrated. Someone's boarding with her. I might have facial recognition.
Look at that satellite technology. Facial recognition from an infrared
They're
camera
getting
like
away.
that.
We're too late.
Alright, so instead we're going to have to
Proceed
go to this
Yao's car,
convoy.
Colonel. She might have left some clues behind.
Unit is under attack.
I like the nice little feature of downloading the objectives as well. Little things like that make this game pretty epic. Let's go ahead and get next to this car. Ready to complete that objective.
Car is secured. Send in the scientific team. There are the remains of a laptop. Yao must have tried to get rid of it before the cavalry arrived.
Well, the cavalry have definitely just arrived, and that is the very first chapter. Very simple stuff, of course, the first mission of the first campaign. I wouldn't be expecting anything too hard.
Yesterday, U.S. forces entered Mexicali, the short-lived capital of the RNC. General James Whittle assured that Raul Escobedo's arrest is only days away. Yet, other sources state that El Presidente has already left the city to seek refuge in his militia's last stronghold in the south.
What do you have for me, Colonel?
As expected, the Super Hind is unregistered, but we've ID'd the man.
Pete Vermaak, former South African Special Forces captain, joined the private sector in 2021.
And died in Honduras last year. That is, according to his last employer, Damocles.
What else?
We've been able to salvage some of Yao's drive. Everything we've got is related to Escobedo.
Can we locate him?
Yes, we've replicated its frequency. And if Escobedo represents such high interest to Yao,
Then he does to the UN, too. I want to catch him before the Americans do.
he met with his remaining followers in the south of the RNC, trying to organize some resistance from a special train.
Can you intercept it?
We have drones tracking it right now, and the strike team is on its way.
Then proceed, Colonel.
You're on drones in attack position in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Missiles fired and impact. Interception confirmed. The train was stopped just past San Luis.
Strike force on the ground, sir. Engineers on their way. Escobedo's militia is taking up position on that bank. Perfect position to ambush our engineers.
You gotta love that music though.
Enemy snipers will be useful for dealing with vehicles and entrenched soldiers.
That music definitely reminds me of Command & Conquer, to be honest. So here we go with this mission. We've actually got 2 snipers, and they give us something else to play around with, which is a bank, which is pretty much like an oil refinery or oil derrick in Command & Conquer. I'll be comparing this game a lot to Command & Conquer because I want to believe that this is the sequel to Generals. So we'll just get these snipers just to clear out these guys. Oh, they're coming. Alright, you guys come back.
Under attack.
Come on, get that last guy. There we go, he's gone. And they're not going to be bothering us anymore. Oh, who dares wins? That's the Australian SASR motto. Australian Special Forces Regiment. Alright, so what I'm doing is just getting these snipers just to clear out this bank. That's one of their strengths. They can clear out buildings really easily from a very far distance, which is what we are going for. There we go, that's it. And now they can actually come in and capture the building, and then that'll be giving us a steady supply of money. Now there's 3 different also resource types. So we've got dollars, aluminium, or aluminum for you Americans, and then we've got rare earths.
Bank secured. Engineers are on site.
And of course, I don't think we really need to explain what engineers do. Ooh, they built through our building.
Spear protocol activated. Quick reaction force deploying. Escobedo's militia is staging a counterattack. Hold your forward operating base at any cost.
I will, ma'am. Don't you worry about that. So it seems like we're not actually the United States or anything. We're some transnational organization. I think a subsidiary of the UN or something, like the military branch. Or at least the last episode, or the last mission, we were like their special forces or something. Very interesting story, I must say. I haven't played Active War. I'm gonna send, let's see, this guy can come into... Oh, targets are ahead. Good, that's what I like to hear. Active aggression ad. Los Galos. Right, so the snipers are clearing these guys out. In come these guys in the buildings, clearing these guys out.
Enemies prisoner. They will provide valuable information.
Alright, so in this game as well, you can take prisoners of war, which the only benefit they give you is a lot of money actually, which is quite nice. A lot of gold, which is a resource that they give you. We've got more enemies coming in from this direction. Go ahead and send a couple more of my soldiers in over here, just to help us out. There we go. Defended the base successfully.
They've had enough. Intercepting communications from Escobedo. He's calling for backup.
Get him before he slips away again, Colonel.
Alright, I'm just going to keep on cooking my guys up, and we're going to start capturing a lot of these guys that are prisoners of war. Even glaze gold. You know that must be a good sign. Seems like El Presidente has infiltrated yet another game as well with Active War. Alright. So now what I can do is I think use the hotkey to get all your guys out of buildings. I know, Arsenalrobert using hotkeys, you never thought you'd see the day. Now this map is pretty small. We don't really have much to traverse to capture Escobedo. I'm just going to make sure we are cooking our guys up still. We've got a lot of money, which is nice, and I'll keep these 2 snipers in this building.
Whatever you want.
What I'll do though is I'll just go ahead and select all these riflemen and group them up, and then get all the snipers and then group them up as well. Alrighty. Oh, hostiles are in sight. They are indeed. We're going to have to go ahead and get our snipers to shoot them from the shadows. Oh, this guy's everywhere. These secondary missions seem to be very, very difficult though. I'm going to go get my snipers. You guys come up around here to get a clear shot. Here we go. Alright, we've got 2 more guys over here. I just gotta make sure they're all hotkeyed so we can get through this nice and easily. Alright. There's also an enemy vehicle. A technical. Of course, a typical terrorist vehicle, the technical. Wonder if we can shoot these barrels down. No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, we got a couple more guys here. We should be able to get some clear shots here. Our snipers should have a longer range than RPGs. Oh, we do manage to get a shot off. Just. Alright, and up top here it shows us who we've got hotkeyed up as well. Gonna send the rifleman in first.
Well done into the team. Well moving.
And the sniper's in behind him.
Whatever you want. Well done into the team. Well moving. I'm all ears.
Unit lost.
Right, so now we're definitely gonna need the snipers just to clear out some of these train wreckages. Shouldn't be too hard with all these snipers though. Should actually be very easy. Come up here and get a better angle. And I'll get you guys to come destroy that carriage. There we go. Cleaned out. Let's go ahead and capture Escobedo now. Who dares wins? They say it with a very British accent though.
You're closing in on the Escobedo's position, sir. Stay on your guard.
Thankfully the technicals don't cause us too many headaches and we can keep on coming up over here.
Let's bag him now.
Alright, let's bag him now. I'm sure he's not going to go down without a fight though. So I'm just going to bring my guys up in here. Oh, here we go. No kidding. Alright, we cleaned all them out, which is great news. Alright, I think we're good. Seems like we've gone ahead and destroyed everyone. So let's go capture Escobedo.
In our hands, Madam High Commissioner. I'm sending a Valor to pick him up.
Alright, that was much easier than anticipated.
It's been confirmed. The UN have convinced Escobedo to talk.
He can't implicate us.
But he already knows too much about our financing and smuggling rings.
Even if he remains silent on the subject, the part we've had him play in Operation Eclipse could jeopardize it.
Raul Escobedo must die.
We know he will be transferred to The Hague soon to testify in front of the ICC. That is where and when we should strike.
Sounds very interesting. But that's going to be it for the very first episode of, I was going to say War Game European Escalation or something, but it is Act of Aggression that we're playing. A game which I'm very much looking forward to continuing. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the first episode just as much as I have. And we'll be back very shortly with more.